fabulous of you to join me. Let's make our way down to the mat, and I'm going to start sitting on my rear. Bottoms of my feet are together. I'm going to grab my shins and I'm going to have a good grip on them, and I'm going to sit up nice and tall and take a nice good inhale and exhale as you just grow taller. And then from here, inhale and exhale as you round your lower back. Get a stretch through that lower back and keep that belly button pulled backwards, round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And tuck your tail and come back. And like I said, I have a good grip on my hand, so you can kind of get an oppositional force and push into that back. Round it forward and sit up nice and tall. Doing 2 more, just like that. Take it back and round it forward and sit up nice and tall and tuck and take it back and round it forward. Sit up nice and tall. Now I'm going to have you straighten those legs out. Feet together, knees are together. Reach your arms out in front of you. Shoulders are down. And slow, nice and easy. Tuck and roll all the way down to the mat. We're starting with a roll up. So choose what works for you. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. I'm going to do it with you. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Grab the backs of your legs. Let go when you can. Straighten those legs out. Belly buttons pulled back behind you, and roll it right back and down. And inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Roll all the way up. And take it right back and down. And inhale. Bring it up, rolling it up. Kill all of that momentum. Do what you need to do, whether it's a couple little weights in your hands, a little roll behind your lower back. Just kill the momentum. We don't want any. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Right here, press your lower back into the mat with control, sitting all the way up and coming all the way down. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts, rolling it all the way up. On this next one, coming down, I'm going to have you drag your knees in with you. Feet are going to go hip width apart. Arms come down by your side. Press those arms into the mat. Get your triceps activated. From here, pull your lower back into the mat and peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling. Hold at the top. Inhale and exhale. Articulate down. And I'm closing my eyes, and I want you to really just feel your spine moving. All those little individual parts and pieces. Uncurl completely at the bottom. And rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. Let's hold it here at the top. We're going to fine tune everything. Tuck those hips a whole heck of a lot. Reach those knees to the other side of the room. You'll feel the backs of your legs kick in. Put energy between your knees like you're hugging a pillow so they don't get to go wandering off to the side. Make sure you have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. And then from here, articulate all the way down. Uncurl completely at the bottom. And rock your hips. No butt here, all abs. Call on those abs to curl it all the way up. Holding up here, mainly using your abs. And coming all the way down. Let's do 1 more. Rock those hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the top. And hold. And slowly coming down. Enjoying all of that movement from here. Legs are going to go long on the mat again. Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up, sitting all the way up. And this time I'm going to have you sit up nice and tall, right on your sits bones. You can get the flesh out of the way if you need to. And feet are going to be hip width apart. Grab the backs of your legs. Lift yourself up beautifully tall. And then from here, interlace your hands behind your head. And I'm using that little shelf behind my head to pull myself up even a little bit more. And here, I want you to rotate to the right. Those knees keep energy between them like there's a pillow. And with your left hand, grab that right leg and twist. Grow taller. Hand comes back behind your head and pull it back to center. And rotate to the left. That right hand grabs the left leg. Twist and grow tall. Even sit forward a little bit if you've sunk backwards. And hand comes back behind your head and back to center. Twist and grow tall. Don't twist and go down. Twist and lift. Grab that leg. Twist and lift. Get the most out of what you got. Hands come back behind your head and back to center, and take it to the left. Grab that opposite leg, twist and lift. Stay there. I want you to feel the postural muscles it takes to stay there without popping back to the center yet. Hand comes back and back to center. Let's do it one more time each side. Take it to the right. Grab that opposite leg. Twist, hold, hand comes back and back to center. And to the left, last one, make it yummy. Hand grabs that opposite leg. Twist, stay there, hand comes back and back to center. From here, reach those arms out. I'm gonna bring those legs together. They're not gonna stay together really. No, they will stay together. I want you to sit back behind your tailbone. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Left leg comes back to tabletop. If you need a little assistance, grab the backs of your legs. Otherwise, the energy of your fingertips is going to the other side of the room and slowly coming down with control to your shoulder blades. Shoulders, neck, and head stay lifted. Drag those legs into a good tabletop. Grab the backs of your legs, and from here, arms and legs go in opposite directions. Go long, hold the ear, find that length. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, shoulders are out of your ears, and bring it right back in. And reach, and bring it in. And reach. Abs stay down, don't let anything in the middle float up, and get long. And inhale as you reach long, exhale, pulls it back in. Let's do two more. One more time. Hold it right there. Interlace your hands behind your head. From here, press those legs out at a 45. Bring your legs up and bend into tabletop. Press those legs out, bring it up and bend. Press them out at a 45, bring them up and bend. Let's switch directions. Bring those legs up to the ceiling. Lower them down. Bend it into tabletop. Float them up straight. Lower it down and bend it in. And press it up. Lower down and bend it in. Hold right here. Head comes all the way down on the mat. Arms come out to the side in a little goalpost. Those knees are still glued tight, tight, tight. Pick your left hip up to float your knees over to the right. Use the left side of your waist. Pull it back to center. And over to the left, and pull it back to center. We're gonna add on right here. Take it to the right, straighten your top leg only. So it's my left leg. Squeeze those knees together tight as you pull back to the center, and then bend, and take it to the left. Straighten your top leg only, squeeze it tight, pull it back to center, and bend, and over to the right. Top leg straightens, pull it back to center, and bend, and over to the left. Shoulders are quiet on the mat. You're just rotating right around your waist. That spine's getting some fabulous movement. To the right we go, and back to the center. Bend that knee, take it to the left. Top leg straightens, only legs stay glued tight together. And bend from here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Both hands go on that right knee. Extend that left leg long, and switch. And switch. And switch. And I want you to think about pulling your chest up to your knee, not necessarily your knee to your chest. Staying lifted, keep those legs going, interlace your hands behind your head, and then add a rotation to that opposite knee. Let's cross, and cross, and cross, and cross, and cross. That armpit's reaching for that opposite leg, getting those obliques really going across your body. 4 more. And 3. And 2. One more time each side. Come back to the middle or reach around. Grab your shins, hug them into your chest, and just rock side to side. Your right foot's gonna float down to the mat. Left foot floats down to the mat. Feet are gonna be hip width apart. Arms come right back down by your side. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling. Press those arms into the mat. Reach long through the top of your head. Open your chest and shoulders up. I want you to lower your hips a little bit. Tuck even more. And then lift up a little bit more. And from here, keep your hips nice and level. Inhale. On the exhale, that right leg floats up to tabletop. And tap that toe down. Bring it right back up. and tap, and bring it up, and tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Make sure you know what that left leg is doing. Don't let it start wandering off to the side. Keep pressure on the big toe, little toe and the heel. Your waist and your obliques are holding your hips up nice and high, and I feel the left side of my glutes firing. And my hamstrings. Hold it up at the top, extend that leg up, flex your foot, and give me a little press up, and up, and up, and up, and 4, and 3, 2, 1, hold, bend that leg into tabletop, float it quietly down to the mat. Take your time and articulate down. We'll get ourselves uncurled completely here and get ourselves set up to do the other side. Rock your hips. Lower back pulls into the mat, peel and curl, lift it all the way up. Arms are still pressing into the mat. Neck is long. Lower your hips a little bit, tuck even more, and then here, inhale. On the exhale, float that left leg out without letting those hips drop, dip or lower, and then tap that toe down. Exhale, pulls it up, and tap, and bring it up. And tap. Double check that right side. It doesn't get to wander off to the side. Keep it active. Keep it playing along. One more tap of that toe. Comes back up to tabletop, extend that leg, flex your foot, and I want you to imagine you're giving me a little pulse. That heel's going right up to the ceiling, like you're trying to put a little footprint on the ceiling. And lift, and lift, 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 and 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Bend, float that leg down, articulate all the way down. Take your time, make it yummy, uncurl completely at the bottom, and legs go flat on the mat. Arms come up to the ceiling. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts with control, no momentum, roll it up. And from here, arms come back behind you. Fingertips are going to face your rear. My knees like to hyperextend, so I'm going to keep them soft. Not bent, but not just, no hyperextension. So make sure that your knees have the muscles firing so that we're not using our joints to do this. Lifting yourself up, lift that energy up. And from here, lift those hips, open your chest up. And just be happy here for a minute. And inhale. On the exhale, lower yourself down. As you lower yourself down, stay lifted so you're not just funk, you're not like a dead fish. I want you to have control and lifting it right back up, opening your chest and shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Lots of work activating the back side of your body. And lower down. We're gonna do one more and lift it up. Inhale. Double check that those knees are not locked. Chest is open, really pushing your chest up towards the ceiling. One more time. Inhale and exhale, lowering all the way down. Whew. From here, you get to stand up without using your hands. However you want to do it. I'm crossing my legs and standing right on up. Something I always love to have people be able to do. If you cannot do that, something to work on. And there's always more than one way to skin a cat, so do what you can. We're gonna come to the end of our mat. Feet are gonna be parallel. And just take a nice good inhale. And exhale. And the next one, we're gonna move. Inhale. As you exhale, nod your chin, rounding all the way down. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. Hands get to come onto the mat. Walk all the way out to a plank. Find that beautiful plank. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. My elbow pits are not facing straight forward. They're not facing toward the center. They're kind of at a 45. Back of my head and neck is lifted to the ceiling. Belly buttons to my spine. Spines to my belly button. Just thought I'd go over that all while we're hanging out here. You're building strength as I'm just chit-chatting away. You're welcome. From here, hover that right foot off the mat. Don't lift your butt, but lift that leg a little higher than your rear to activate your glute muscles and give me a lift. And lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put that foot down and lift that left leg higher than your rear. And give me a lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and put that foot down. Pike your hips all the way to the sky. I'm going to make sure my feet are separated about hip width apart. I'm going to bend my knees, aim my tailbone way up to the sky. Pressing into the palms of my hand and my fingertips equally. And bend your right knee. And your left. And your right. And your left. Both heels down. Walk your hands slowly back to your feet, keeping the weight mostly forward on the balls of your feet and your toes. Head is hanging, knees are soft, and slowly roll all the way back up to standing. Shoulders, neck, and head come up last. And inhale. And exhale, nod your chin, round all the way down. Walk all the way out to that plank again. Find that place. From here, we're going to do 2 little push-ups. 1 and 2. I want you to rotate so that your weight goes onto your left hand. Toes are going to face the left, the right, excuse me. That right arm's coming up. Arm comes over your head. Lift your waist up like you're a little rainbow. Come back to that T. Right hand comes down, back to that plank. 2 little push-ups. 1 and 2. Rotate your feet to the left. Weight goes onto that right hand. Arm comes up. Over your head, your left hand goes. Keep your shoulder out of your ear. Lift right through your waist. Like I'm poking you right in the waist. And then come back to a T. And come back to that plank. 2 little push-ups. 1 and 2. Rotate those to the right. Hand on the weights on the left hand. Right hand comes up. There's a lot of right and lefts going on right now. And come back to a T. Come back to that plank one more time. 2 little push-ups. 1 and 2. Rotate those toes. Left hand comes up, up over the top. Find that length all along that left side. It feels great. Come back to a T and down. And from here, pike those hips back up to the sky. Heels press down towards the mat. And have a nice good inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands slowly back towards your feet. Head is hanging. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to get your hands flat on that mat. And from here, I just want you to roll down, tuck your tail underneath you. And then we're going to try to keep your chest on your thighs and just come up for a stretch. Go with what works for you today. Tuck it down and then find a place where you can stretch. One more time. Tuck it down. And then hips come up. Straighten those legs to a place where you can get a nice stretch. Head's hanging. Shake your head a little bit, yes and no. Knees are soft, slowly rolling up. Grow taller with each vertebra, starting at your tailbone. Shoulders, neck, and head the last to come up. And now it's time to do just a little bit of balance. So, find a place on your mat. The mats are always a little squishier. If you want to find solid ground, go for it. I'm going to give it a go on my mat. I'm taking the challenge. And from here, start with your feet parallel. Find yourself grounded. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's do this. Float your weight over to your right foot. Lighten the weight on that left foot. I'm lifting my heel, lifting my toe. If this is enough for you, stay here. Your toe's not helping too terribly much. If you like to keep going, lift that foot all the way up. And focus on a little spot right in front of you. I'm focusing right on you. I want you to feel the work that is going into that right foot. A little bit of wiggle, a little bit of wobble. Those are all those little tiny balance muscles that are so important to keep your balance. Ooh, speed wobble there. Excuse me. And just hold, 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 hold. Balance comes and goes quickly. So we're just going to hang out here for just a little bit. A couple more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, grow a little bit taller. I want you to feel the work that's starting to happen in your arch. It feels a little bit like it's lifted-ish. And next inhale. And next exhale, float that left foot right down. And then wiggle it out just a little bit. This time, again, feet parallel. I want you to shift that weight slowly over to the left foot. Lift that right heel. The ball of your foot. Toes are just touching. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you would like more balance, lift that leg all the way up, lifting that knee. And I am still staring at you, balancing. You're so helpful. Speed wobble. And keep breathing. Inhale. Make sure your shoulders haven't started creeping up towards your ears. Make sure you don't have any tense fingers. Belly button's pulled in and up. Lift yourself a little bit taller if you can. And again, notice this time how that left foot is just adjusting to the balance. Enjoying that balance. All those little, ooh, big speed wobble. Hold on. Jeez, sorry about that. Yep. Hold it long enough. All those little muscles fatigue. Ooh, goodness gracious. Somebody needs to do this more. Always good to try to just build up little bit by little bit. And from here, inhale. On the exhale, lower that foot quietly down. And from here, inhale, float those arms up. And they float down. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Drop them and shrug them up and drop them. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.